Hello students, welcome to Gyan Niketan Girls School. In today's session, I'm going to discuss question answers of the poem Hope is the Thing with Feathers, composed by Emily Dickinson. So let's start with understanding the poem. Question number 1. Where does hope reside? The answer is the poem Hope is the Thing with Feathers is an extended metaphor. It personifies hope as a bird. This little bird resides in the human soul. Question number 2. Children, the lines have been taken from the poem, and on the basis of the lines, there are 3 questions A, B, and C. So let's start with question number A. If hope is a bird, what do you think is the tune that the bird sings? Answer is, not only is hope a bird, it can also sing melodious songs. It perches in the human soul and sings all the time. However, the song has no words or diction. It solely has a tune. But this tune in itself is a pure feeling and deep-seated longing that sprouts from the human soul. Now B part of question number 2. How does this tune affect its listeners? Which line in the second stanza talks about how the bird makes people feel? The answer is, hope keeps singing relentlessly, soothing the soul. It sings the sweetest when the going gets tough and the gale starts to blow. When life gets difficult and obstacles are thrown our way, there is hope singing through the chaos and disorder. That kept so many warm is the line in the second stanza which talks about how the bird makes people feel. Now C part of question number 2. What is the speaker saying about hope when she says that the bird never stops singing? Answer is, when the poet says that the bird never stops singing, she means that hope is omnipresent. Omnipresent means present everywhere. It does not need a specific situation or time to make its presence felt. It rests in the human heart and springs to action when the going gets tough. Now let's move on to question number 3. When does the tune sound more comforting than ever to its listeners? Why? The answer is, the tune of hope sounds more comforting than ever in times of difficulty, when the gale starts to blow, when life gets unbearable and newer challenges loom large. Hope soothes its listeners, singing through the chaos and mayhem. Question number 4. Is hope hard to upset or disturb? Which lines from the poem tell us that? The answer is, hope never gets upset or disturbed. The lines, yet never in extremity, it asked a crumb of me, tell us this. The poet says that she has heard the bird during the hardest, coldest times when emotions are churning and life is difficult. But even when things are extreme, hope is still there and never asks for anything. Hope can give us strength to carry on in the most adverse of conditions. Its songs can be heard even as the storm rages on. Question number 5. Which lines from the poem tell us that the speaker has found hope in the most desperate of circumstances? The lines, "And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm," tell us that the speaker has found hope in the most desperate of circumstances. Now, let's move on to the last question, question number 6. What is the emotion expressed by the speaker in the last two lines? Why? The speaker has heard the birds sing during the hardest, coldest times when emotions are churning and life surreal. But even when things are extreme, hope is still there and never asks for anything. She says this to show the perpetuity of hope. Hope exists in the cruelest of time, never asking anyone for anything in return. So that's all, children. Thank you.